Hey everybody!
Hello!
Welcome to Kitchenette Best Friends.
I'm Kimberly.
I'm Amanda.
And this is my kitchen.
You're here, you made it.
Hello!
We are going to make Little Debbie's today, which I'm excited for.
Yes.
Because you've never had them, right?
No, we're making oatmeal cream pies, which is something I've seen my whole life long.
They're very delicious.
But I spent the majority of my childhood convinced I didn't like anything cream filled.
I didn't know that. Oh my god.
Like
okay,
a
wait.
yodel, like those cupcakes with cream filling.
Yeah, you didn't like those.
Didn't like them.
All right.
No.
Do you now?
It depends.
Okay, fair enough.
Sometimes, I think it's because most of the times they're too sweet.
Okay, that makes sense. I feel like we could...
Because I'm not I would take frosting off of cupcakes when I was a kid.
Makes sense. Okay, got it. Yeah, well, okay, so these are... They're sweet, but like in a brown sugary kind of way. So I feel like it's
Into brown sugar.
Love brown sugar. Well, and also your molasses
cinnamony.
Cookies
Yeah.
are a very like similar version of sweet. It's in the same like camp.
Yes.
So
A
theoretically,
spice cake kind of
spice cake
feeling.
yes. And then the frosting, I think we can adjust if we want to make it less sweet. That's easy enough to do.
Or just put less of it in between.
Sure. Anyway, we're making oatmeal cream pie today. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. So many of you here.
Hello.
Thank you for coming, guys.
Hi, Jamie.
Oh, boy.
Guys, Jamie is streaming again, so you all have to go follow Amoeba
yay.
Jamie.
Amoeba Jamie. And we got Metalogger. Metalogger, are you going to bake with us today? Do you have the ingredients? I saw Metalogger posted in Discord that we were maybe going to bake together today. Let's see what happens. If anybody ever wants to do that, please let us know and we can give you the recipe.
And this is an easy one because I had 98%. Oh. What do you mean? Not everyone has this in their home, just at the ready.
I have that plus one. Ding ding.
Thanks, Kate. Oh, you did such a Jamie.
Jamie, that's nice. Thank you, Kate. And we got Miss Fett followed. Is that Miss Fettuccine? Thank you. And Cloud Runner. Thank you for the follow, Cloud Runner.
Tomato. Hello.
Tomato. Gosh, hi everybody. What a fun day. Hey. Anyway, yeah, I got this at home, but like 3 of them. Like it's like the massive thing that you get from Costco because we eat oatmeal every day.
Oh, do you really?
Every single day.
This I probably had. Doesn't this go bad?
I feel like it's like flour. Like eventually maybe could get into.
We have to use it by August.
We can do that.
I think so.
Especially now that Jane knows you can make oatmeal cream pies for him anytime.
Literally, I get this thinking I'm going to make myself oatmeal a lot, and it just ends up in cookies.
That is not Mrs. Pasta. Thank you, Vet.
Oh.
Miss Vet's a nice name. We just assumed.
Well, that's someone else.
Mad Tomato, we are making oatmeal cream pies. Little Debbie style. Which Kimberly's never had. I have had, but not in a long time.
Did you get those things growing up?
No.
Neither did I.
Very much not. I had them, I think, like at a friend's house and was like, ooh. My mom was very selectively... Yes. Yeah, but also like selectively Whole Foods, like,
sure.
Wouldn't go for processed stuff. She's some things, but like she got very like, we wouldn't, but also I think it's a money thing.
Yeah.
We just didn't like
But I can picture
snacks.
them being like at the checkout at the cafeteria or like checkout at a deli, them being there. But I would always grab a chip before I'd grab a cookie.
Yeah, I would always grab a cookie before I grab a chip.
Oh.
Not anymore.
Did your high school go through a honey bun phase?
No. I wish. What?
I don't know if, like, one year they were new to the vending machine.
Okay.
But, like, we all went through a phase of being obsessed with honey buns.
Incredible.
And are those Little Debbie's?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever had a honey bun. Oh,
That
Tomato did. Sounds scrumptious.
Your high school also had... I was like, this can't be just New Jersey. Someone else...
Giant-sized oatmeal cream pies? Ooh.
I feel like they're usually, like...
Hostess, not Little
A Hostess is a...
Which is fair. Yeah. Is the...
Honey bun?
Honey bun. Hostess honey bun.
Delish. I also grew up in South Jersey where most, like, packaged confectionery
Sure.
would be a tasty cake.
Oh. I don't think I've ever had a tasty cake.
So tasty cakes, I think, are, like, specifically... Yeah, Sarah, you know what it is. Oh, yay! Thanks for the sub, Sarah.
10 months.
Are we going to have an anniversary? What should we
bake? Oh, we should do something real fun.
Yeah. What's like 1 year anniversary gifts?
I mean, I was gonna say maybe that's your baby shower or like a bake where we do like baby themed.
That'd be cute.
That could be cute. I mean, that's not really, I guess, anniversary themed. That's not.
No, that's baby themed.
That's baby themed.
Okay.
I'm just excited. We got to plan that one. Figure out when we want to do it. When we want to do that big. Whoa, I'm delayed. Thank you, cake. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ideas for what we should bake for our anniversary bake, because we're coming up on it. That's going to be...
Or a baby bake.
Or a baby bake.
Or next week,
baby
do
bake
a birthday bake.
Oh, that's true. God, all the things. Okay, next week, birthday bake. What do you want to do? Are you like wanting to do things for your birthday?
I think we're going to go bowling.
Oh, excellent. Bowling.
Would you like to come bowling?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think birthday something for sure.
Well, it's St. Patrick's Day, so it's all sorts of themed things.
Well, we could do St. Patrick's. I mean, I love a St. Patrick's Day themed thing.
Yeah.
My dad used to dye things green. Did I ever tell you this?
Well, did the leprechaun come to your house?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, mine too.
Mm-hmm.
You dyed the milk green.
Yeah, dye the milk green.
Uh-huh.
Very disturbing. Would dye my teeth a little bit. I think he did too much.
Jay does it for me now.
Oh, that's so
He
nice.
makes the leprechaun come.
That's
He did little footprints last year. It was very cute.
Oh, that's a fun idea, Shadow. Do a throwback and redo your first ever stream recipe. That's
the lost cookies.
One. Honestly, not
That's
a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Good idea, Shadow.
And we can just chit-chat through.
Yeah. That sounds nice.
That
also,
sounds good.
The results were delicious.
It's true. And then we had yummy cookies,
Very
so
happy
fine
about
with me.
that. Yeah. All right, well, let's do this thing.
Yeah.
This is a pretty simple bake, actually, guys.
This is very
We're gonna do
easy.
A lot of chatting today.
We are...
Ooh, a Guinness chocolate cake metal lager. I don't think I've ever made a beer cake. Or any kind of...
Jay's cake has Guinness in it.
Oh, that's
We
right.
made that
I forgot
option.
about that. And I think I said that same thing. It's like I've never used booth in a cake.
One year. What?
AP's grandfather's birthday was St. Patty's Day, too.
Oh, it's a great day to be born.
Yeah. He would have turned 100 this year. Wow.
Something is
Happy centennial coming up. What's wrong?
happening here.
Not going
know.
up. Uh-oh. Is it just getting a little stuck?
Let's try this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up. That one's fine.
That worked great.
There's something in here.
Wow.
Also, we have reached the stage of I need everything to be very close to the edge of the counter for me to be able to reach it. Like, even like the sink is like, the floss is a little far.
Aw,
and then
man.
I hit my belly. And she's sensitive.
I mean, but she's so cute.
Ugh.
I was telling Kimberly, I was making thumbnails last week, and there was this really cute moment where she turned to the side and was wearing the little My Little Pony thing and like went like this, and it was perfect. And then there was a notification on the screen in that exact moment, so it was like a little dinosaur like right here, so I can use that.
I'll go like this now.
Yeah, that. Oh,
It's very silly. He is the size of an eggplant or a tart to 10.
Which tart to 10 feels huge to me.
Yes.
That feels insane.
It's because the French patisserie app doesn't really know what it's doing. Because it's 11 inches. So it's things that are 11 inches long.
So it's just a length thing. So it
like,
doesn't account for girth.
You can make an 11 inch, but he's not 11. He's not round. Like an eggplant, I feel like is the most reasonable one because I'm just
that
like,
feels reasonable.
that seems fine.
That's inside you. That's crazy.
Like in here. Or what were the other things? Oh, the can of shaving cream from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That one was
That's very
good.
creative. I like that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But like, I don't really want to picture that inside of me.
Reasonable. Okay, so we're using 1-to-1 substitution gluten-free flour for this. The recipe does not call for gluten-free, so the one thing we need to make sure of is that we give it enough time to rest.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
go
like this. We shouldn't pack it. Like how you
I
just
didn't
packed
know
it in.
that.
So flour, you should sort of like rough up so that there's air. And then either shake it off or level it with a knife.
Never known that. I didn't know that I was doing anything wrong with the way that I always did that.
Yeah, the like best way to do it is to like spoon it in.
Yeah, makes perfect sense, and it didn't even occur to me that that would be a thing.
Yeah, because then you have too much flour.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yeah, or you can go
And
like
you can do a little. I mean, I know the knife trick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a little scrapey. I've just never done that because dirtying another dish. I don't know.
yeah, it's barely dirty. I'd put it right back.
That's true. All right. Fair enough. Shake it up. Yeah, I see you, Adam. Oh, thank you for the subscription, sweetie.
Oh, yeah, thanks. That's nice.
Taylor Lash.
Huh?
It was Taylor Swift. Adam was quoting Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that's very funny.
Yeah, and then Taylor Lash. That's what I was saying. That's the bit. Okay, so 2/3 cups of oats, and then soda and powder. No, just soda. Okay. One.
I just took the powder out of habit. I suppose. I was like, but I got it. Oh, because I just always grab them right next to each other.
All right, 3/4. Soda. Teaspoon of that, and then half a cup of butter, and we're just. Are we creaming?
Yes.
Oh no, I guess not.
Yeah.
Beat 5 minutes.
Beat the butter and sugars, and then.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I was looping this whole thing in.
No.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
How much soda?
3/4 of a teaspoon, and then half a cup of butter, and the sugars and molasses.
And it says to do the butter by itself first.
Yeah, that makes sense. Get it a little whippy first.
Yeah.
This is actually going to be perfect consistency, I think. So I almost never used to bring my butter to room temperature. I just didn't do it. I would forget, and then I would just force the process.
Yeah,
Which is never great.
Take my knife back out and just cut it up.
Just do a little smoosh. But it's pretty soft.
Yeah, but it's probably easier because then it'll just get all on one side of the thing, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, this is all to say, the process of creaming butter and sugar, I never used to do that properly because I wouldn't give the butter a chance.
And then what would it look like?
It would get there eventually. I would just have to get in and smoosh with a spatula and stuff. You know.
I think I would never have quite the patience. Also, I think I figured out what's happening to this.
What? Oh, does it need a
It
little?
looks a little loose.
Ah. Pardon, just a
quick
Well,
technical
quick.
adjustment, except I can't do it.
doing a different implement.
I don't know what. So surely a screwdriver is the most reasonable idea. No.
Oh.
I poked myself with a fork.
Oh no.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Someone said, uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh.
Uh-oh. Hey, we're back.
Hello. What just happened?
Not sure. I'm not dropping any packets here.
Huh. Yeah, it was not Jay.
You got wooged.
We got wooged. All right.
It says unstable
Where?
next to live. I mean, we are a little unstable.
That's correct. It's, yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It wasn't you, Alicia. Is it currently frozen for you? Oh gosh, it's frozen.
Oh, no.
Oh boy. Cat's unplugged the HDMI. Well, I think we'll just keep on keeping on. Do what we can. Hope you guys are still with us, and if you're not, we will try to address. It dropped off for a bit, but it's back now. Okay, thank you.
Huh.
Who knows? Oh well. All right, how much sugar are we doing? We are doing.
Oh, he kicked. I've been real stressed about it.
Do we do any regular sugar?
Yeah.
Where is it? Not right there? Okay, I'll grab it.
Didn't quite make it.
Listen. There's only so much we could do.
Well, I'll start measuring the brown sugar, which
sugar.
is 3/4 of a cup, and that you should pack.
That I did know. Packed brown sugars, they always specify, and then they don't do that with flour. Now I realize. Open.
Also, I only have light brown sugar because...
Well, dark brown
Okay.
sugar is just more molasses, I think,
Yeah,
right?
so maybe we'll just
Maybe just add
overflow
a
the
little
molasses
extra?
a little bit.
1/4 cup. So not much. Not much. That's a 1/3 cup. That's right. This is the 1/4 cup. Speaking of fun accents, y'all,
Yes.
I am gotta do an audition when I get home today. And the project is literally called The Royal Bake Off, and the character is a baker. And there is
You want to just send them this
a
string?
friendly competition with a rival baker, and there's a dead grandmother involved and a legacy. It's so me in so many ways and also not me at all, but like there's a prince that comes in with like an accent. It's gonna be so silly, and I am excited, but also I was like, do I tell them I have a baking show? I was like, maybe I do. Maybe I do a link to our YouTube.
Might as well.
By the way, if anybody doesn't know, these VODs end up on YouTube.
Yeah, Amanda makes them.
I do.
And she sends cute thumbnails.
Yes, and I do silly puns. Thank you, Barbara. It would be a fun one to film. It would be very silly, and I do think there would be some actual like baking or at least pretending to bake involved, which tickles me to no end. That
Pretending
would be so
to
funny.
bake in film and TV.
In film and TV.
Is sometimes so funny. Like the Christmas Prince when they're making cookies. And I'm just like, those are going to spread in the oven because they're like cutting out all of these things. I'm like, you're not going to get those off the table because that is just too warm dough. But
Hilarious.
and that's how other people feel about all sorts of other things.
Sarah, thank you for the gifted sub. What happened?
I just turned it on too fast, too quick.
Like,
You surprised me. That's all.
All right, so did we do?
I'm just dinging for Sarah.
Oh, and dehydrated steam.
10
Thank you for the
months.
subscription. 10 months.
You've all been here since the start, and
That's
isn't
really
that so
lovely.
fun?
Thank you for that. Okay, do we need to do... Molasses is such a strong smell.
It's the
It
best.
really impacts me in like a negative way. I get so distracted by it.
in a negative way, they get distracted.
I just
was
am like,
you don't like it?
This is it. Like I feel it in my.
Oh, I see.
It's like it's just like very all-consuming. I feel like it more than other smells.
It says
for
to
whatever
beat
reason.
this for 5 minutes.
Oh wow.
I know.
Okay.
I guess maybe that's what makes it chewy.
I mean, what are we doing if we're it's creaming it?
Yeah. So getting some air.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, let's just let her run. Do we need to prep anything else?
No.
Okay. You guys want to hang out?
This is just like, hang out. How's everyone doing?
It really is.
What are y'all up to?
I've got that audition. That's what I'm up to. Should be interesting. I
I'm
tried to
with it.
make Adam film it with me this morning, and there was not enough time. It's like a 7-page, two scenes, and lots of monologuing. And I was like, we got this.
Monologuing?
Yes.
About what?
About baking, Kimberly, and the rivalry, and the legacy. It's a lot.
But if Mama can't bake the cookies correctly,
Surely
then she'll
I'm
never
the best
approve
baker.
my marriage.
There is a romance element.
Of course there is.
Of course there is. Yeah, it's very amusing. I think it'll be a fun audition. And then there's a dance off, yes, but with flowers, so it's like, ooh.
You like disappear.
That would be amazing. I'm gonna help them. I'm gonna give them some creative input, even if they don't hire me. I'm gonna call them up.
You shouldn't be the dramaturg.
Yeah, man. Auditions are so silly. I also had a couple this week for a couple commercials, and in one of them I would have played the embodiment of the sun and worn my career's second sun costume.
I thought you meant the son, like, of the family.
Nope, the
And I was like,
S-U-N.
how interesting.
Sunshine. It was for a solar panel
Oh.
product. Yeah, it was actually a really funny spot. It would be really fun to book. Hey,
Hi, girl.
subscription bagger.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Oh man, what does it mean to subscribe with Prime? Is that just through Amazon Prime?
So with your Prime membership, you get one free Twitch subscription
Got it.
every month, and so you can use your
Oh.
Prime.
That's clever.
And so when I would remember, would do it for Jay, but I don't remember how to do it anymore, and so my Prime has been going to
Well.
waste.
I didn't know you could do that, so my Prime has been going to waste this whole time.
Who knows?
Oh well.
Well, whatever.
I love a good oatmeal cookie. Me too. Well, okay, so Kimberly makes an amazing oatmeal cookie.
Which one? Oh, my chocolate chip
Yeah.
pecan situation?
Yes. Just trying to think, have you made that on stream?
Yeah. Wasn't that in our first one?
Was that the first one?
Yeah.
Or
I
was
made
it
that
the
one and
molasses
you made... No, I don't think we made molasses ones.
I thought we did.
I don't remember. I feel like you just make them for Adam sometimes.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like that was the one.
Yeah, I
and it
think
was
we
like
did.
the argument was like, which is the better cookie? And I was like,
Oh.
this is Adam's favorite cookie, so like, I'll bet.
I don't remember it. We'll never know.
We'll never know. It's lost to the
Yeah.
ether. The secret is perfectly balanced moisture content for the perfect chewiness.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Well, that is why we've decided to rest the dough for a time.
Let it hydrate.
Because gluten-free dough is very dry.
Yeah.
And that's what makes things so crumbly.
And we want to make sure, since we're sandwiching, we need to make sure they gel. Although my dad had a suggestion, which we're going to try on like maybe one or two.
You guys tell us if you ever heard of this.
Yeah. He said some people take an egg white and paint the dough as it goes into the oven. And then the cookie will like gel together. It'll have like a little shell, kind of macaron style. And that will help it like keep its structure. Thoughts? We thought maybe we'd try it on a couple just to sort of
You're a
see what
chef.
happens.
What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I can understand how it would like harden, you know, how it would cook and become like a little potentially. I don't know. I'm curious. Yeah, if you guys have ever done that or heard of it. I had never heard of it. But that is the one thing I'm a little concerned about today with gluten-free oatmeal cream pie, having them stable enough to paint on. I know egg white makes a shine, but harden? Yeah, metal lager. We'll see what happens. I mean, it can't hurt to try it with a couple.
Why not?
Just to see. Science!
Science.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to find out. What's I gonna say? Nothing. Oh. Back to being a son in a commercial. Did I ever tell you about the first time I played a son on stage?
No.
And the nightmares that it caused poor Adam Lash? So when I was in Bayside the Musical, which was the parody of Saved by the Bell, the show was running for a long time, and it was very like loose and improv and kind of like sketch style Lower East Side of Manhattan. So it was technically off Broadway, but it was like very creative off Broadway. And so we messed with it a lot. We would like add changes and things. And at one point, there was a song called Malibu Sands where they all like did a summer season at the beach at Malibu Sands. And so they decided to write me into that scene as the like swing. I mean, that's looking very satisfying.
I know.
It's like paste. And they wrote me into the scene as the sun in Malibu Sands. And I had a sun costume that was like this, all the way up, that looked terrifying, and I couldn't see hardly anything in it. And I was like, had this mouth that I would do this. It was like a puppet sun, and I would come out and do this crazy voice, be this like demonic sun. It was...
Why was it demonic?
Horrifying. I don't know. But my voice for it was like, I am the sun, I bring the fun. Like it was like really Cookie Monster. I don't even know. It was so bizarre. I'm seeing myself dance on the screen. I'm not looking at myself on the screen. Anyway, it was a lot. Adam, sweetie, darling, you remember? He was terrified. He hated it. Because I had to be off stage with him, and he would like help me sort of navigate the wings because I was like this monster and couldn't like, I wasn't holding myself up because I had the mouth. So if I like toppled or ran into the screen, yeah, it was a lot. It was fun. It was funny. It didn't land. We ended up cutting the sun. It was not well received by the audience. I mean, is it doing more things? Is it whipping up at all?
I think it like has gotten lighter. It has become creamed. Yes.
I think it's great. I think let's do it. Should we add the egg first?
Oh, right, an egg.
Egg, vanilla. Egg, vanilla, and then dry ingredients. Vanilla. And I see you've got cinnamon. Is that just to add for fun? I mean, no.
Oh, yeah. No, 3/4 teaspoon of cinnamon.
Oh, I missed that.
Because I just wrote sin.
We didn't add the sin. Where did the little cookies go?
They're all here.
Thank you.
But careful, one is molasses-y.
Yes, it is. I got it all over me.
No. You like textures?
But not molasses, man. Not the one.
Okay.
It's not the one.
Oh.
What?
They only have vanilla bean taste.
Saved by the Bell was when we met, Barbara. No, we met Showgirls, but I like to forget that because Adam and I weren't dating yet.
Oh, but you met Barbara at the time?
No, Bob and Barbara came to see Showgirls, the musical. which was the parody that I did before Bayside. Same people. That was based on the movie Showgirls, which, if you don't know it,
Is about showgirls.
is about showgirls. And I was on stage being a showgirl in front of my future in-laws.
Little did you know.
Little did I know. I knew. I knew it from the moment Adam and I awkwardly met. But
This
yeah,
guy.
I remember meeting them, and like Adam and I were just friends at this point. And I was just like, "Hi, your son's great. We all love him." Like, bubbly, and they did not know what to make with me. I'm sure. Showgirls are correct. Yes, Bayside was shortly after that. We did Showgirls for like 6 months, and then did Bayside. For Sky Falls, we're making oatmeal cream pies, little
Yeah.
Debbie style. Currently creaming.
An egg.
Wow, it's getting really whippy. That
I
almost
know,
looks
I'm
like
really into
mousse.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Anyway, we're beating the hell out of some butter and sugar, and then added some molasses egg and vanilla and cinnamon. And then we're gonna do some dry ingredients in a minute here. I'm curious that the cinnamon didn't go in with this.
Oh, I think it was supposed to.
It was supposed to, and I just didn't do it. Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, I thought you did. I didn't actually see you put it in
I
here.
put it in there. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
I mean, I don't think it matters.
No, not at all. But that's funny. I didn't even notice you do that.
I'm sneaky with my cinnamon. Okay.
All right.
Shall
So
we?
let's do 2 additions, yeah?
2 additions, meaning in 2 halves?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes the recipe will say, like, in 2 additions, add the flour.
Sure.
Just so it gets a
typically I
little-
think it's like not over mixing, but it's gluten-free, so I feel like it
Yeah.
doesn't totally matter. It's more just like making sure it's uniform without getting clumpy.
Yeah, that's what I usually do it so that there's no, like, weird pocket of dry.
And a pocket of flour.
That looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, are you gonna want some cookie dough?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. All right, so I mean that's good, and then we just
Yeah.
let it rest for a little bit, and then I guess bake it for 10 minutes at 350. Pretty simple. Then let it cool, and we're gonna make a little cream filling, which this is butter, powdered sugar, heavy cream, and vanilla.
So it's basically a buttercream.
It's a buttercream, right?
Which I just kind of, like, assumed it was gonna be cream cheese.
I think it could be cream cheese. Ooh, you know what I did? So last week we
Oh, did you use the mascarpone?
tried and failed. No, I used the ganache.
Mascarpone?
And the mascarpone, yes. The espresso mascarpone, I whipped.
Oh, wait, how was the cake?
Which cake?
Weren't you
Carrot
making
cake?
a Yeah.
She got COVID.
No.
I know. I was gonna make a cake for my friend. I will still make it for her. It just will be next week. Resting for an hour. Thanks, Mad Tomato.
We're gonna do a cool 30
Good
minutes.
enough. Yeah, looks good.
So you couldn't make that cake. So
So
what
I couldn't make that
did
cake.
the ganache do?
The ganache I whipped up
Did it
because you
work?
had reminded me about that, and it was great. And then I put the mascarpone in it,
Oh,
and then a
whipped
little bit
again?
of cinnamon, and whipped it all together.
That's probably
And
delicious.
so then it still is. I have a bunch. I should have brought it. And then
You could have put that in the middle.
Well, what I did was I made little brownie cookies, like double chocolate with
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
With the dark cocoa, the black cocoa I have, and sandwiched those. They were super delicate, too delicate for sandwiching. I should have brought that over today. That would have been fun to put in the middle.
Yeah.
All right, maybe we'll save a couple. And I can.
We'll see. Ooh. Grab a pinch.
Mmm.
That's delightful.
Really nice. And honestly, might even be good without the cream in the middle.
Mm-hmm. I'll
Which-
eat a naked cookie just to see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's really good.
Jay, you sure?
Gonna make some cream pies now. That tomato, they're not that hard to make. As you can see, Exhibit A.
Yeah.
A little bit of extra effort to cream it, but so far it's been pretty straightforward.
Yeah. It's just like a cookie recipe.
All right, so we'll let her rest.
Yeah.
We'll take a load off. And then I guess, yeah, because we wouldn't want to make the cream yet. We don't need to.
No.
Yeah, all right.
Let's just hang out
Okay.
for a minute.
Yeah.
We'll just pop this on over here. And we'll have a 30-minute chat.
Yeah.
Anyone got questions? Games?
Games.
I can show you the cutest baby clothes that just arrived.
Please do. Oh no.
What?
Tilly is looped in. Let me see.
Oh no!
Got. Oh,
Yeah, just unplug her.
Yeah.
Just.
Well, I'm trying to find it. Oh,
It's right there.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. There you go. You said cutest baby clothes?
Oh yeah, I just got the cutest thing.
Yes.
Justin, Joanna, if you're watching, I think it was from you. Because stuff from the registry has started to arrive.
Oh, exciting. That's
Well, look.
fun. That's fun.
So, my new favorite outfit for the baby.
Oh my gosh. Oh, his little veggies.
It's little vegetables.
Oh
And it has a hat with a sprout.
my god.
But it's vegetables.
I love
And they have faces and glasses.
God, that's very cute. Oh,
It's very cute. Thank you, Justin and Joanna.
you're gonna have a little baby.
Isn't that weird?
That's weird. It's very exciting.
A mom at work was just like, so like, how are you feeling? Like, has it hit you yet? And I'm just like, no.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, because it's at the point, I was telling you, I'm going to put this away before I
Yeah.
Well, I'll wash it before, of course.
Of course.
Oh, thank you for getting this new cord, Jay. That really was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jay got us a new cord, so we don't have to do limbo anymore to get out of the our little hobble
It's
here.
real great.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been in this weird state where, like, I can feel him move now, so when he doesn't move, I get freaked.
Which
But,
I
like-
said, I feel like happens to every mom. That
Yes.
feels like a really reasonable thing to like suddenly feel and then be like keeping track of how often.
And you're not, like,
how
supposed to
much
keep track yet, really. It's just, like,
Mm-hmm.
eventually you'll find a pattern. And then I think at, like, 28 weeks is when you can do kick counts.
Oh yes, I heard all about it.
And that seems stressful.
Yeah.
But also, like, necessary. I don't know. My TikTok has figured out I'm stressed about it, and it's
Oh,
showing me all
no.
the things that can go wrong.
Oh god.
But when it first started that I could feel him a lot, my mind would go, oh, wow, he's in there. He has to leave. He has to get out of this.
Yeah.
And then I would remind myself how
That would happen.
that happens.
Yeah.
And then I get scared.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I have so much time. Girls, I slept.
Oh, they slept all day long. So they
Yeah.
would like wake up at night and kick around while you slept?
Yeah, he kicks. I can feel him like sometimes at night or like in the morning when I'm waking up. So I'm just going to presume that he is kicking me all night and I don't notice
Nighttime dancing.
because I'm asleep.
Wife bought with stress with her first child when it came to tracking movement. I get that. I would do the exact same thing. I think that's perfectly reasonable.
It's
just
because
like-
it suddenly has become a quantifiable thing.
Yep.
Like for so long, it's just like, who knows what's going on in there?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see at the ultrasound appointment, or like we'll see when we go in for a heartbeat check. And now that it's just like, there's a thing I can keep track of. Oh no.
Oh, no. Yeah.
But yeah, apparently like you walk around and kind of lull them to sleep all day because you're like
Oh, that's nice.
rocking them. And so when you lay still is when they move.
My thought that crossed my brain was like, to be in a womb again. To be just like cocooned in warmth and like not have a thing to think about and to just be rocked to sleep. I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. I'm okay.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Grief is weird. Grief is a weird thing, and it's
Yeah.
been affecting me more than I anticipated, which I realize is silly.
Jesus Christ. Jay wants nothing more to be swaddled.
Jay. Yes!
Like-
Yes! I mean, this is why weighted blankets are a thing.
Yeah.
Jay, I get you. Anyway, so I like my experience with grief, right? Like,
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, my mother passed away 3 weeks ago now,
Yeah, I think so.
on the 10th.
Like,
So like a little while ago, and she was sick for a very long time. And in my like, silly brain, I was like, oh, I've grieved for so long. I've hit my quota. Like there's, I've
Yep.
reached I can't possibly be sad for too long because it's like, well, this was inevitable and I knew it was coming and I cried about it for a long time. But the like physical manifestation of grief is something I just did not anticipate.
oh.
I've had like time, like chunks of time just sort of like leap forward. Like suddenly it's like been an hour and I don't know where it went. Like that kind of stuff where it's like really freaking me out. And then like normal depression things, which I've dealt with before. Like that's like having trouble getting out of bed, having trouble
Yes.
doing things like brushing your teeth, normal self-care. Washed my face for the first time today in a while.
Well, you look great.
Thank you. I had to put on makeup. So I was like, you should wash your face first, because otherwise makeup is going to be a challenge. But for the audition.
Yes.
Anyway, so this is all to say, like, it's been a really weird, hard, sad time. And sometimes I've just wanted to, like, really block out everything and, like, just cocoon. And I've tried to do that and not been able to do that. And so, hence my, to be in a womb again was, like, this really wistful, very real thought that just happened in my brain. Yeah, man.
I think of being in the womb as a scary thing because I just pictured the Matrix. Like before.
That, you're right.
With all the
That's
poop.
terrifying.
Yeah.
You did it. You fixed
I
it.
fixed it for
no
you?
longer
Okay,
want to be in
good.
the womb. Oh, yeah. No.
I know.
I don't like it. Yeah.
Well, I also am just like, because I can now kind of feel like where he might be. I don't know what body parts there are, but he's like,
Sorry.
he has all the body parts.
That was just a funny sentence.
But I can tell he like is leaning over to the right.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Fascinating.
I know. But part of me is like, so what's over here? Like,
Organs.
it's like, I don't know. And I was like, does he feel weird just being upside down all day? Like if his head is down?
Maybe. I mean,
I have no idea.
I guess not. Well, they
I
have,
can
like, all
practice
these-
swaddling you on Amanda.
Perfect.
Let's get a really
Get
big blanket.
Just I'm not really good at that with Ethan. With my little nephew.
Does she just use blankets or like the...
She has...
We got some of the Velcro ones.
She has some of the Velcro ones.
Okay.
She also has blankets that she can use. The Velcro ones are great. I prefer those. I think they're pretty good.
They seem easier.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah. But I got pretty good at that. It's pretty fun. It's pretty satisfying. Make a little burrito. It's nice.
And then they're so cute.
Yes, they are. Yeah. My little sister is staying with my older sister who just had a baby this weekend because her husband has COVID.
No.
Yeah, he's in the basement quarantining. So she was doing some solo parenting, and my little sister went and was able to like spend the weekend, and so she's been sending me pictures, and they like are having so much fun, and there's so many cute little like tummy time moments and things that's making me like wish I could apparate and show up there and help. But alas, I cannot.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But here we are.
I'll be back in June.
Yeah. And then you can do tummy time with my baby when you return in June.
Yes.
It's
That is
fun.
very exciting. It's very exciting. And my friend, Chris, who had a baby, she's now almost 6 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it makes sense. She was born in September.
Yeah.
But
and
also,
I'm like, yeah, I'm 6 months pregnant.
Yeah.
So, okay.
It was right.
Yeah, this was right before I got pregnant.
Yep. Yep. So, yeah, I got to shadow him through pickup the other day because I'm an emergency contact at the daycare. And so I got to like go in and see all of the like babies in daycare and like this whole thing. It was so
Was
cute.
it cute?
It was very cute. It was very cute. And the teacher was like reporting on her of like how she did today and like how she was eating and the little quirks and stuff. And oh God, it was so fun. It was so silly.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Do they like their daycare?
They do. I have actually notes for you already.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have notes for you about that and about pediatrician. So.
Oh, yes, that I need.
Uh-huh.
And then somebody was like, are you on a wait list for a daycare already? And I just went, nope.
No, but how dare you?
But I have Amanda.
Yes, you do. You know, no wait list. I'm here.
We got a travel crib. As I was saying,
good.
stuff from the registry has started to arrive.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm like such a snoop. And tell me how you feel about this.
Okay.
I get an alert when someone buys something.
Sure.
So I look.
Yeah.
And tell me who bought it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's fine.
Yeah, you can be anonymous if you want to be anonymous.
Oh.
If they didn't choose cover my name, then you're good. Okay. They want you to know.
And I want to send them a thank you card, but like, but it's also people I know who are coming to the shower. So some of the stuff I know
You're
they shipped to
spoiling.
themselves.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I will open. But also, I know I'm getting those things
and you
because I put
requested
it
them
on the
explicitly.
registry.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're fine. You're fine.
I just
And
feel
they
a little
could
bad
have-
like snooping.
Why?
But then
No, it's not snooping. They literally could. I bought a little thing to test out your registry, and
She
I was
did.
able to.
That's the only gift you need to get me.
That's not true.
She got me a sponge.
No, I did. It was very silly, but I was like, okay, what's a little thing? Because I wanted to test out and make sure like all the privacy settings worked and stuff. And there's a little thing you can click to be like, do this anonymously.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
My dad texted me. He's like, "There's a few glitches in your registry. If you just want to give me a call." And I was like, what glitch? He goes, well, you can't see your address. And I was like, correct.
Not a glitch, Dad.
Not a glitch. I don't really want my address to be out there. And he goes, oh, okay. And also, like, you can't Google it. Like, you have to, like, put the link in exactly as it is. And I was like, again, by design.
Yeah.
I don't want people to be able to Google it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, when I find out someone's pregnant, I try to Google their registry.
do you?
Because I want to see what they wanted.
Oh, okay.
And see if there's anything I missed.
Yeah, get ideas. Yeah.
And get ideas. And so I was like, no, I did this all on purpose. And I was like, but I would want the other way. But I feel private, but other people aren't private. So I don't know.
I mean, you could just do what, like, when you asked me what Jess got or, like, what she liked,
Yeah.
she just pulled up her old registry and just started going through the things.
Exactly.
It was like, this has been great. Oh, that's been terrible. Tell her not to get that. Like, so.
I mean, there's people I
Just
know,
find
and,
people
like,
to share.
can ask, like,
Yeah.
someone. Like, my friend's sister, I, like, looked her up, and I was like, well, I'll just maybe ask to join out what it is.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, man. Anyway,
So I
baby
know.
time.
So anyway, there's a travel crib over there,
Nice.
and that can live at your
I
house.
can live in my house. The cats will love it.
Oh, I have to get a
Yeah,
cover.
we'll have to put it in the studio maybe from the kitties. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Hi, Hustle. First time chat.
First time.
Oh, maybe Hustle Scotto because maybe he changed his name.
Yeah,
But you're Hustle, right?
yeah. You've arrived before.
I thought so, but maybe not.
Maybe not since
Hello.
you were a Scot.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Speaking of, saw Quantumania on Friday.
Oh, I did not.
Oh, it's pretty fun.
Wait.
You want to go with me again?
In my mind, I still haven't wrapped my mind around the fact that they go and see them together.
Yeah.
So I was about to be like, how? It's not out yet. Because if it was out, I surely would have seen it at
Surely would
midnight
have
with
seen
my
it.
husband.
Oh.
But he already saw
I
it
have had the
many
same
weeks
feeling.
ago.
Yeah. Chris and I went
Okay.
on Friday.
Well, now we need to go.
Now
see
we need to
them
go
together.
together. Okay, great. Yeah, it's Amanda. Yep.
Oh, okay, that's
That's with
funny.
Scott. I got
I
it.
was very
I got it.
confused.
Yeah. Anyway, the movie
Okay,
was
so
very
now
fun.
when the movies
That
come
was
out,
nice.
you and I should go together.
Yes.
After the boys go together.
Oh boys. But yeah, we're good. Hustle. We're waiting on oatmeal cream pie cookie dough to rest.
It actually looks like a perfectly... Like, you know how sometimes you make cookies and you're like, if I put this in the oven right now, it will be bad?
No. What makes you think it'll be bad?
Like, if it's too... Not soupy.
Oh, I see.
But,
Like,
like-
if it's like not cohesive enough or
Mhm.
something, or it like doesn't look uniform.
Yeah, if it's
Okay.
just too wet. Like my ginger
Yes.
cookie dough.
Yes.
If you don't rest it, it does just kind of... which sometimes is delicious.
Hey, Rexy.
Hi!
Listening into this baby come and bringing some memories.
Aw,
I,
that's nice.
Rex, I don't know what your baby situation is.
He has 2 kids.
2 kids?
They are 9 and like 7. I don't remember. I feel like Rexy. I'm like, I think one of them's 9, 11 and 7.
11.
Oh, never mind.
We're right in the middle. You just got their average.
I just gave you a median.
Oh, I just taught a kid about the median today.
Oh.
It was his birthday.
And he had to learn
I
math.
had to meet with him for ACT. I felt so bad.
That's so
He was
sad.
so not in the mood, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I get it." We had this really cute chat about. He was like, "I feel old," and I was like, "Cool."
How old is he?
17. And I was like, "Do you want to feel older? Do you want me to tell you how old I am?" And he was like, "No, I'm like not a kid anymore." And I was like, "You're right. You're not a kid anymore." Like he's like, I feel like 14, 15, 16, you're still like kind of a kid, like you're a teenager, but like now I'm like 17, 18, 19. Like I'm kind of an adult. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but
You know,
also
like,
no.
To a certain extent. And I was like, but here's what's fun about this stage. I was like, this is the transition stage where people start to like give you agency and give you like the opportunity to develop your own personality and opinion and like contribute to the conversation. Like politicians are going to start to pander for your vote. Like, you
Yeah.
know, there's like this level of sort of responsibility that comes into play without the actual level of responsibility of independence, like true independence, where it's like,
Mhm.
oh, how am I going to feed myself? You know, like which you go through in your 20s theoretically. And this is all very normal American, trajectory. This kid is, on track to do high school, then college, then go live on his own. He wants to become a wildlife biologist.
Cool.
which I learned today. And I was like, yeah, bud. Like, I've been working with him on science for
That
like
sounds
4 years.
fun.
It was really sweet. Anyway.
Oh my God, Rexy.
Nice.
I
What?
saw a TikTok about how there was a math problem that included a collect call, and the kid had no clue what the teacher was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, when did we stop doing collect calls? Do
I
they
think it was
still
like the
exist?
90s. Maybe early 2000s.
I understand the reference of a collect call, but I can't say I've ever made one.
I feel like I've made one for like
Aren't they from payphones?
Yes. Yes. Oh, look at us. Still done from prisons. There you go.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, well, because it's the other person accepts the charges,
Accepts
right?
the charges. That's right.
Because, like, they're calling collect.
Mm-hmm.
Do you accept the charges?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Now that does feel like a prison thing.
Yeah. Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah.
Yeah. Yeah, there was also another TikTok recently of a girl talking about, what if there was just like one phone
basements.
for your home? Like just one family
that was
phone. And I
hilarious.
was like,
She was clearly doing a bit.
was she? Oh, I went over my head. I thought she was serious.
Hope so. Well, there was a bunch of stitches that if you go back and you watch the original one, she was talking about how her students were all talking about it. And that she was kind of egging them on, like, yeah, it would be great if there was like just one
just
phone.
one phone.
That everyone could
collective.
answer. You're
We'd have,
right.
like a nice curly cord. And,
Mhm.
Oh, man.
Yeah, okay, that's what we're talking about. How they wish they had a phone specifically for the house. So then
And honestly,
there for everyone.
it's been a minute since we had landlines. I mean, we've had cell phones as sort of the primary, like, since probably
Phone.
2005? 2004? I mean, it's maybe not primary, but,
no.
like, emerging as, like, the primary source of communication.
I think there was once everyone had an iPhone. Not everyone, but once like smartphones took off. That was more of a thing.
My mom still has a landline, won't give it up.
I had a landline in my apartment, like, not this apartment, that apartment, 3 apartments ago.
3 apartments ago. Okay.
I had a landline, and it was because that just came with the internet. There was no option to not also have a landline.
Okay.
Or maybe it was cheaper because they were trying to get people to still have a landline.
Your husband would like a landline if we could get an answering machine with tapes, old school style.
All right. We have a phone. Actually, did I give it to Goodwill when we did our whole purge? But I think somewhere we have a
Hannah
phone.
actually had to get a landline for her front door to her building. She had to have a landline. They like wouldn't do it to 2 cell phones or something. Like, very bizarre. So it was like, they were like, no, we'll only do 1 phone. So they had to get a landline to have like a central thing for the apartment to buzz people in. Very
That's
strange.
so weird.
You used to be able to rent a 1-800 number for a while. Oh, interesting. My folks had one so I could call them for free from college.
That's so smart and cool.
Clever. My parents still have a landline. It's useful for contacting my dad who never has his mobile on. Well, there you go, right
Yeah.
now.
I mean, like, my grandma has a landline. That's how I call her.
All right.
And my parents, I think my parents just when they moved, they just didn't get a landline for the new house.
Makes sense. Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bob and Barbara have a landline, right?
I like the idea of a landline, but when I had said landline, it was just telemarketers. It would ring all the time. And it
Yeah,
would be
that
like
tracks.
spam.
Yeah. I technically still have a landline, but it's forwarded to my cell phone because I have so many things associated to it.
Yeah.
Oh, my kids discovered what 911 was. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, Captain C has one that's funny. Some apartments require a landline to be connected to the gate. That's so weird. That feels so antiquated.
But also, then give them a phone.
Yeah. She was paying for the phone.
That makes no sense.
I know. It was really stupid. So they know you're home when you're letting people in. Okay. That tracks. It is super antiquated.
Well, they
That
know I'm
tracks.
home if I buzz.
No landline forwarded to cell phone. Okay, Barbara. I wasn't sure. I don't know why I was remembering that.
Yeah. I still know my landline number from growing
Me
up.
too.
So I don't know what happens if you call 298-0866, but
7912414.
And notice how neither of us said an area code.
That's right. Because
We didn't have to.
Yep. Aw. Yeah. Ugh, I still have a few numbers memorized, but I really I struggle to have others cell phones memorized.
Yeah.
Even though you should have them your
Like, do you have Adam's
contacts.
number?
Yes, but it's always an effort, and I test myself on it sometimes.
I know. Jay
Right?
tests
If
me
I
on
have to
his.
fill out something, I
Yeah.
sit there and go, okay, you've got to remember it. This is something
Mhm.
that you're gonna need if you are ever without.
Yeah. Jay tests me on his phone number all the time.
Really?
I was about to just say it out loud. I will not.
When they introduced the area code, it was so good.
I'm not saying it out loud. I will tell you later.
Oh, wait, yeah, you probably should.
I'm not gonna say it right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone would call you.
Mute it. Mute it. She got
I
She got it.
Oh.
Good job.
Okay.
Wait, did you hear me? Oh, okay.
Sneaky
Panicked me.
dude.
I was like,
You
no.
already have my phone number.
That Jay didn't say his credit card once. He just accidentally didn't.
Oh yeah, he didn't say his credit card out loud.
He just kept
left his.
screaming.
He was sharing his screen with his stream while he entered his credit card to sub to Mad Tomato. Whoops.
Yeah.
And so, whoopsie days.
Whoopsie days.
No one was watching except
Listen.
you, apparently, Fett. So thank you for not stealing his credit card number.
Yikes. Oh man, I didn't look at the time. Did you look at the time?
Yeah, it was like 4-ish.
Okay, great. So we got like 5
Yeah.
minutes and we'll see how hydrated she feels. Looks
Looking
good.
good.
I think it looks
Sticks
great.
to the spoon.
Honestly, it's a very satisfying looking dough.
It really is.
I'm into it. The dough that I made, the dough that I made was like really like sticky dough, and it spread. This is the double chocolate dough, and it was very like brittle, but it was so tasty. Like everybody, made it for D&D yesterday, and they were all tasting it like, whoa, this is like next level, like really like decadent tasting. It was very good. I'll post the recipe.
Please do.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I feel like I needed to do something different because I don't think they were supposed to be that delicate,
Yeah.
but pretty good. Pretty tasty. My parents' landline used to be 1 digit off from Dr. Fax line and to 1 digit off JFK parking garage.
Oh no. My cell phone is 1 digit off from my dad's cell phone. Like just the last number is different.
Mm-hmm.
And so I will occasionally get calls for him, like business calls.
No.
And like I would be like, so sorry. This is his daughter.
Yeah.
And like this poor like client of his would be like, oh no, I'm so sorry. And then he also inputted when he like signed up for like whatever Philadelphia parking is.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you like, oh, okay.
That's something in my eye. Keep going.
When you park and you like have an account that like you pay this much for parking, like
Okay.
it texts you like
Yes,
your
got it.
meter is up in 5 minutes, blah blah blah. I don't know how he hasn't fixed it yet, but I get all of his parking alerts for Center City.
no.
Philadelphia. So like when he goes and parks, I get like, you're in spot 3215 until 12:30.
Do you forward it to him?
And I just copy and paste it over to him. And I'm just like, hope you're enjoying the grocery store. I have no idea where he is.
Aw, that's kind of nice. Keep tabs on it.
I just keep little tabs on my dad. And I'll text him like, oh, gotta go pay your meter.
Oh, my poor dad is sick with the stomach flu today.
Oh no.
I know, he's so ill.
My
My
dad
dad
famously picked up once and said, Kings County Mortuary. You
kill him, we grill him. Oof.
Oh, that's
Ouch.
hilarious.
Yikes. Man, that is quality troll.
Yeah.
When I was a kid
I'm going to preheat the oven.
today.
and then-
Yes, great. I feel like I may have told this on stream, so if I have told this on stream, stop me.
Okay.
My brother did a magic trick, and the magic trick was all about Mr. Wizard.
Okay.
And he would, I would pick a card, and he would, put it in the thing and put it to the side, and then I would have to call Mr. Wizard, and Mr. Wizard on the phone would tell me what my card was. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I wouldn't do the call. He'd do the call. He'd get on the phone, and he would be like, yep, okay, great. Your card is the ace of spades. And he would know it, and he would get it right every time, and I'd be like, how? What? And what was happening is he was calling a cell phone. I think we had one cell phone at the time. And my sister or, somebody was somewhere else in the house to
Spy.
spy. Oh no, he wouldn't tell me the card. I'd get on the phone and Mr. Wizard in a weird voice would tell me my card. So what was happening is they were going ace, 2, 3, 4. And when they would get to the right card, he would be like, yes. And so he was signaling them what the thing was and what the suit. Anyway, it was this little bit. It was very clever. And then I would get on the phone and hear a weird voice going, you have got the ace of spades. And I'd be like, how did you know, Mr. Wizard? I was a small child. But I really believed it, and I saw the number once and went, oh, that's the number. And so I dialed it early on a Sunday morning because I wanted to talk to Mr. Wizard. And I got connected to a cop who was not happy to be woken up on a Sunday morning. I don't know if he was actually a cop, but he very much told little child Amanda that he was a cop, and he was very upset with me. I was like, Mr. Wizard, I'm so sorry. And he was like, I'm not a wizard. And I was like, go. So that was my fun little landline story. Anyway, my brother used to, like, for years, make me think that that was actually happening. I was very gullible. Still am. Yeah.
That was a pretty cute bit.
It's a cute bit. It's
Yeah.
a cute bit. Very clever. Very effective.
Yeah.
So if you want to troll small children,
Mr. Wizard.
Mr. Wizard. Mr. Wizard the magic trick.
My dad used to do a magic trick that once I figured it out, I was like, that's the easiest trick in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's like, you have...
My dad's magic trick was pick a card and would guess the 10 of hearts and always be right. Only later I found out the entire deck was the 10 of hearts.
That's so funny.
That's so cute.
Oh
my god.
So my dad, and then I used to do this trick to people all the time. I had 2 magic tricks that I was pretty good at. But, like, the one, like, you shuffle and you're like, okay. You, like, lay out the whole deck. But basically, before you, like, so you shuffle it and you, like, spread.
Yeah.
Before you spread it out, you look at the first
The bottom
deck.
card. Okay.
You look at the bottom and you spread. And then you say, you're going to pick a card. I know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is this how it starts? Yes. Okay. You go, okay, I'm going to tell you what card you're going to pick.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to feel the right one. I'm just going to, like, you're going to be able to feel it. Don't look at it and pass it right to me. And you would say whatever the bottom card is.
Okay.
You would say, like,
You're
the
gonna
ace
pick
of
the
clubs.
jack of
You're going to
clubs,
pick the ace of clubs. And then you're like, perfect, you're doing great. And then you would see the card they actually picked. And
Right.
you would say, all right, now I want you to figure it out really hard. Don't look at it. You're just going to know. Like 7 of clubs. And then they pick it. And then you do the next one. You can do, like, as many as you want. But
Okay.
we do, like, 6. And then on the last one, you were like, okay, you did such a good job. I'm going to pick the last card. And it's going to be a blah, blah, blah.
Uh-huh.
And then you pick the first card that you looked at.
Okay.
So then they're all there.
Yeah.
And so then you go, all right, do you remember all your cards? Yes, 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 yes.
That
And
is
it
very
would blow my mind as a child. Because he was like, he guessed 10 cards! Rexy, it must be like a dad trick.
Ugh,
because
dad
like,
tricks.
he would do it all the time. And then I would,
So funny.
like, when he taught me how to do it,
Uh-huh.
I would do it, like, in the cafeteria.
I think probably we can do the flat one.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the flat ones.
I mean, it is fun to be able to, like, learn the trick and then show somebody else the trick. That's
Mhm.
very exciting.
Oh, yeah.
to-
And I
to do.
loved cards as a kid. Like, I
Oh,
loved poker and
true.
blackjack. I had chips.
Oh my god, we should play that.
Yeah!
During streams, that'd be fun.
Do you want to do... Let's do parchment, because they need to be
you're right. Crisp.
sturdy. Yeah, it's the perfect thing to do on kids, because they're just dumb enough to not think that you might have looked at a card. You know?
Yep. Rexy, I'm gonna have to pull that on my kids. Ugh. That's why you become a parent.
Yes! Well, the amount of things they are going to teach this child that aren't true.
Got it. Thanks, bud.
You're doing great.
Am I? Alright.
We played Rummy 51. Have no clue how to play that now. Wait, I used to play some sort of Rummy.
That's definitely... Didn't
We played,
Tripoli have some rummy in it?
What?
Tripoli?
What's
Do
Tripoli?
you know Tripoli? It was like...
No?
Did anybody else play Tripoli? It was like poker, but with other parts to it. And it had like an actual board game and like poker chips.
Oh.
And you'd like ante in and you'd have like... God, you could get the Crazy Eights, loved Crazy Eights War, and then euchre.
Oh, yeah. We would play War.
Uh-huh.
Jay's family is a hearts family. So I had to learn how to play hearts.
Yeah.
Do you remember
we played
Palace? I think it's called a few
No.
different things, but it's like almost like little mini solitaire.
We played Nerds. That made
What is that?
Kathleen go into labor. My sister-in-law. Nerds is communal solitaire, but competitive.
Okay.
So everybody has their own deck of cards. And you have to, like... God. You okay? You have to, like...
cough.
Finish your deck, like go through solitaire, and then the middle is all the aces, and you like play on the aces. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think I have played that under a different name.
What name?
I don't know.
Oh.
But it sounds familiar. We would
It's
play
very fun.
Spoons.
Oh, Spoons. I loved Spoons.
Spoons was a good after dinner game.
We used to play My Ship Sails, which was very similar.
What is that?
You had to like pass cards, and you tried to get all 7 or 6 of one suit. And the like first one to do it would shout "My ship sails," but it would like you would like pass the card down kind of thing. And so if like somebody else was trying to go for hearts, you know, you would be screwed. Yeah, that was a game that didn't work unless you had 6 people, and my family was only 6 people, so I had to get everybody involved. And it was
You had
always
to like convince everyone
I
to
had
play.
to convince everyone, and I was always the most obnoxious child, like trying to get everybody to play with me. Which, you know.
We loved an after dinner game, but I'm trying to think. We liked Uno.
Uno's fun.
We liked Monopoly, but that would require a weekend.
Yeah, that takes time. I never liked that game. I don't know why. Just never, like, did it for me.
I think we played Yahtzee for a while.
Oh, yeah, we played Yahtzee.
We loved Taboo and Cranium.
Oh, Cranium!
Love Cranium.
Cranium is good.
Ooh, Trivial Pursuit. There also, do you remember when board games started, like, having a CD-ROM element?
Oh, yeah.
So we had, like, this movie game that we played a lot.
my
That was a
God.
DVD.
You know what that makes
Oh,
me
we
think
played Life all the time, Rexy.
Life! Oh, I played that at my neighbor's house. I don't think we ever owned it.
I love Life.
I love it.
I love Life.
That's very, like, I love lamp energy.
That's from Anchorman, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Steve Carell. I love lamp. Rick, are you just saying things in the room that you love?
Nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trying to make them all the same size-ish so that we can
Oh, yeah.
sandwich them reasonably.
Okay.
These look very good, like little ice creams.
Yeah. Well, they were scooped.
That helps. Oh, should we egg whitewash a couple of these?
Oh, yeah.
Just to see? Just to see?
I mean, I still have those little carton.
Rick says, I played Life and I had so many kids that I needed another car. That is
Oh, I've done that.
crazy. Okay. This is good dough.
Okay. We're gonna put
So according to my dad,
You just like
something. I mean, let's just do it on like 2 of them. We can sandwich them together.
yeah. Here, these two look the
Work
same.
out. We'll see.
I don't know.
Good afternoon, Nathan. How you doing?
Hello.
Good luck, little cookies bake well. Little longer, cute.
Here you go, little cooks.
Get on in there.
Oh, they're so close together right now.
Ooh.
Yes.
Alright.
10 minutes.
10 minutos. Alright. Should we clean this guy out so that we can do it for...
Yeah.
Well,
The filling?
yeah, we want to whip it.
Yeah. I know, I was gonna say we could do it by hand.
Let's not. Let's not.
Let's just not. I used to make cookies by hand in college because we had a kitchen on every floor, but
Oh.
we didn't have like a mixer.
Interesting.
And so I would just make sure the butter was very room temp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling good. You know,
And looking super cute.
just nervous at all times that I'm doing something wrong and that I'm hurting him. But
Oh.
other than general anxiety that I work through in therapy. Although recently she's just been like, and how did you get over that? And I'm like, I don't know if I did. And she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, I think that's why I'm here. Help.
I mean, sometimes my therapist supposed to ask like how I was, or if I was able to like work, like calm myself down or work through something. Like he's trying to get to my coping skills.
Yeah, she's like, and how did you work through that? And I was like, well, then I laid down and I read a bunch of articles about how it's normal that I don't feel him right now. Yeah, maybe it's like that. I woke up at 6 a.m. to pee because I wake up at, midnight, 3 a.m., 6 a.m. to pee.
God. I'm just preparing to deal with
called
it.
I called it my bleary-eyed peas to Jay. And then we both just went like... Imagining if the black-eyed peas were called the bleary-eyed peas.
Oh my God, let's do parody songs.
It's just pregnant ladies peeing in the middle of the night.
Excellent. Excellent. I love it. That's hilarious. Black-eyed peas song. I can't think of any right now. Ding ding.
Sarah gifted us up to Nathan. That's
Sarah.
nice.
It's nice. Gosh, what are any black-eyed peas songs? Help. I can't think of a single one right now.
Crying on the floor in the bathroom, son, I'm crazy.
I mean, crying on the floor in the bathroom with bleary-eyed peas is the name is hilarious. It doesn't need a parody.
Sleeping with a man for a little bit of money and his daddy's gone somewhere, so I'm rocking now. I don't even know. It's not a lockdown.
Oh my God. Oh, where's the love? Nice. It's like, where's the toilet?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that's what that is in my life. Oh, but like I was
Nathan's prepping for surgery number 12.
Oh, no.
Oh, Nathan.
12 is too many.
Oh, bud. Oh, sorry. Do you have your solid support system?
Yeah.
There
Do
to
you have like a
give you cuddles?
ritual at this point beforehand that
Imagine,
makes you feel
12.
nice?
If not, might I recommend baking something? That is how I cope with all the things.
Yeah, let's see if this will work now. Oh, it's too far away.
It's too what?
It's too far away.
Oh.
Ouchies.
Oh no. This one isn't too bad. It's outpatient surgery. Go home same day. Well, that's good. Please do something nice for yourself and let us, know if there's anything we can do to help. Okay, that works fine. Right?
No, look.
Oh, it's not in?
No.
Huh.
I mean, maybe it is. Okay.
No, yeah, I think it's in. Do you want to try and pull it down just to see if it spins normally? Oop.
Is there something in here?
This is kind of par for the course for me, so I've just accepted it and decided to tough it out. Fair enough, Nathan. We all got our stuff, but I'm sorry that that's what you're dealing with. It's no fun. It's no fun.
Oh yeah, I think there's just
It's just little slips.
there's a little dough in the pot.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're making oatmeal cream pies. The oatmeal parts are in the oven, and the cream is about to become cream.
So we're basically making just like a buttercream. Do you want to adjust the recipe at all to make it a little less sweet?
Nah.
Ah. I knew I was going to forget. I was walking over here to do it. Ooh, that is something with Greek brain. I'm like very absent-minded. Like I'm already, it's nothing to write home about, but
Yeah.
did the cream end up in the fridge?
Yes. Might just be similar to pregnancy brain.
This
That's
is my
yours.
cream, right?
Yeah. That is just every once in a while.
Nathan, she's never had them.
I've never had them before.
I'm excited. I've never actually made them before, so I hope they turn out great. I think they're going to be good. The dough was really tasty.
If nothing else, it'll be a good cook.
Yeah.
It says to just do the butter for 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
Get it whippy. Whip it. Oh yeah, Nathan, my mom passed away a little while, 3 weeks ago. So I've been in grief mode. Which, as I said, everybody's got their stuff. But I'm doing okay. I am sad, but I'm okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah. The nice thing is I felt super supported and loved from all sides, which has been real good. Very nice little reminder.
Yes,
that
we all love you very much.
Thanks.
You're ours forever.
Okay. I accept.
Good.
It looks like whippy.
Go in it.
I don't know.
Just go.
Go in it.
Okay.
Oh, I love you too, Alicia. You guys are the best. Oh man. You guys are really great. I am very grateful for a lovely community. It's been nice. Alright, so we're doing butter and then we're doing add the sugars. Sugars? More than
Oh, it's just the one.
okay. And it's powdered this time. Okay. Hey, the sugar. And then
vanilla? We could probably put cinnamon in here too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think that cinnamon does a good job of cutting sweetness.
I think so too.
It like adds the warmth to it.
Those are huge. Beautiful.
Oh my god, guys. Apron, thank you. Oh my god. Speaking of, okay, so Nathan, I was telling everybody about an audition I've got to film when I get home. That's for a, like, you know those silly
Hallmark situation.
yes, movies. The last line, the character's a baker. The last line is, "For old times bake."
No.
After like a big impassioned monologue.
Can we write one of these movies?
Okay. I think we do a great job. I put cinnamon in everything for old times bake. It's good for you anyway, so why not? Yeah, cinnamon's great.
Yeah.
I think cinnamon's a perfect addition here. All right,
Well, how much powdered sugar?
2 cups.
So much.
That is a lot. That's probably where all the sweet comes from.
Yep.
We could do, I mean, it's also, I guess, texture. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Do you want to mix for a second so it doesn't plume?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. We'll do it in 2 parts.
In 2 additions.
2 additions. Yeah. There's not a lot of liquid in there.
We're
Should we do the,
yeah,
do
let's
the
add
cream.
the cream.
We need tablespoons of cream. That has molasses in it. I'm just gonna do a different one. Indeed. What is that? The teaspoon or the tablespoon?
It's a tablespoon.
Okay.
Oh, is it half a tablespoon?
Yeah, it's half. Okay, I was like, that didn't feel like enough. All right, so that's 1.
Yes, Nathan, I believe it is a serious.
Said seriously, it is a comedy. It is a comedy, but it's played like the reaction to it is the other character like coming in for a hug and one of the other characters bursting into tears. So like either it's very silly or supposed to be genuinely like really heartfelt. That's the like part of the movie. Let's do it. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna do my darndest. Because here's the thing, I am, as I've said before, I'm the parody queen. I have done 6 parody musicals in my life, 7. Like a parody, I've done a ton of sketch comedy. Like that is my bread and butter. And so to say this in earnest and to not try to parody it is going to be very difficult. What do you think? Until the ancestors say stop?
Just a little toot toot. A toot toot more.
Maybe a little more cream?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 2 to 3 anyway. Ding ding!
And it says brown edges and puffed center.
Got it. Brown edges, puff center. Maybe could use a little bit more time, but I feel like it might be okay.
I'm gonna switch for
Yeah, switch them. That's a good idea. Do you need help?
Yeah.
What can I do?
These for sure.
Oh, yeah. Done. Those need more time.
But these look
Pretty good.
pretty good.
Maybe another little.
Yeah, like 1 minute or so. Ooh.
And these guys could use probably 2. Whoops.
Now that one's going off the edge. Okay.
They're very big. Jumbo boys. Yeah. Say 1 more minute for the bottom and like 2 or 3 for the top.
Yeah.
So we'll just do 1 and then
Look.
check it.
Okay.
Check it. All right. This could use maybe a little bit of, because we don't want it to be soupy.
Yeah.
Which spatula do you want for these?
Huh?
Which spatula do you want for these?
For what?
For that to spread? Oh, that.
It says to put it in a piping bag.
Oh, okay, great. Can you tell I forgot to read the recipe?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I read it originally, but
Yeah.
not this morning.
I'm gonna let it whip just a little bit more.
Okay.
Does it taste like what the middle should taste like?
I think so.
But I also think we very well could just spread.
Yeah, I think we could too. I was planning to like dollop and then smooth.
Yeah. That seems easy. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that go.
Yeah, what else would be?
It's tricky. These pans are tricky with those. Like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then maybe a few more minutes. Yeah. Okay. And we're gonna let them cool pretty much completely on the pan because they are gluten-free.
Yeah. And we're sandwiching them, so we need them to have structural integrity. That looks whippy and delicious.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, I'm very excited about these.
Yeah.
What a fun little bake. What fun. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yay.
No, that didn't work.
I like
Okay.
the vanilla bean little speckles in it.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
It's like a vanilla bean ice cream.
Yes.
Adam Lash's favorite. As I learned from our dinner out with his mother.
Oh, babe, we should get ice cream. I'd go to the store after this. Maybe I'll get some.
Yeah, you should.
I should.
I
I'm craving it. I do too, man. It's so good. I love ice cream in the winter, actually. Like, more so, not more so, but it's like a winter ice cream. Something about that feels very, like, rebellious and satisfying to me.
Sure.
Like, working at Cold Stone Creamery in the winter, it was super dead, but people would come in and they would always comment on...
Yes, Barbara, I was listening. That was such a nice dinner. Thank you so much.
That's nice. You guys had French, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I had a beef bourguignon.
Yeah.
It was yummy.
Excellent. That's very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was bummed to miss out on that. That would have been fun. We'll have to do it again.
Yes. I'll take you for French food.
Okay.
I love French
We'll do a
food.
little friend date. Actually, I don't know that I can't think of the last time I went to French.
Yeah.
You really were a lovely meal, Jay. At that time.
Yeah, you're always a lovely meal bird.
All right. I tease him. I just tease him.
He's a snack.
I mean, no.
I know.
Or as Lizzo says, the whole damn meal.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if they need a little more time. Oh, no, those look happy.
Yeah.
Should we, you want me to move this guy? It's going to be hot.
No, just like this.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Oh, look at the
I
texture
know.
of those. Hold on, I'm getting Charlotte. Guys, look at
Yeah,
the
zoom in.
texture. I'm so proud. I think these are going to be real tasty.
Uh-huh.
They're so crackly. Yum yum.
Perfect. Perfect. Did anyone else get this like cough that won't quit? I saw a TikTok about it that was like named whatever viral thing it is.
Yeah.
And they were like, everyone's getting this thing that isn't COVID and isn't a sinus infection and isn't bronchitis, but is like
Just a nasty cold that will
I was about
not
to say
leave you alone.
mesothelioma, which I understand.
I'm a mesotheliona.
But it's like some sort of other viral situation.
Pro streamer camera shot. Thanks, Sarah.
That's what we are.
What? Watch it.
But it was going around work, and it's just like, it starts as just kind of a cold. I was fever-ish for one day.
Yeah.
And then I had
Bye,
basically
Sarah.
like bye. So now I mostly just have a dry cough. A cough, because my throat is dry, from mouth breathing for like 2 weeks.
Ugh.
Because I was just so congested. Then there was also strep going around. And so
Yeah.
I didn't think it was strep because it was so snotty, and like strep is not really a snot situation.
I feel like I've had a snotty strep before, but maybe
Oh.
I've just had like 2 things at once, you know? Because
So,
that
like-
also can happen.
Yeah. And I am prone to like sinus infection becomes bronchitis.
Ooh,
And so I
okay.
just figured that's what it was.
Yeah.
But I didn't like go to the doctor or anything. Because like, what are you, I don't know, I'm pregnant, what are they going to give me?
There. A lecture.
Yeah, and so now I have this cough that won't quit, and I'm just like, was it strep? And have I hurt the child?
No. Stressful.
I know.
Oh, which ones were the egg white ones?
Oh,
Shoot.
well, darn.
Okay,
These
I
two?
feel like these were the ones you did because they look nicer.
And that's the order I put them in. So yours would have been these two?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. Or these two.
I'm trying to remember if I put it on the thing. We can look back at the tape. We'll find out in post.
Regardless, it doesn't seem to have made a difference.
Well, maybe it'll like hold it together more. We'll see. Once it's
The
cool.
recipe also says, have you seen that trick to make them perfectly round?
No, I don't. I mean, I think I remember reading it, but I don't remember what it is.
You like,
Oh, like actually cut them out.
no, you like put, oh, see, my cookie cutters aren't big enough. But you
Oh.
put something that's bigger than the circle, that is a circle, and you kind of like roll them while they're still warm.
Interesting.
But my cookie cutters are too small.
Okay.
So
That's
maybe
fine.
like,
I mean, I don't need my cookies perfectly round. I mean, they'll I guess,
like
look
maybe this.
pretty. Oh.
I don't know if that helped at all.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
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 Too much work.
There's enough in there that we can find a perfect one for a picture, and that's all we need.
And a lot of them do match pretty well.
Yeah.
Except these two that started going off the edge.
Oh, yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
How long do you think this will take to cool?
20 minutes.
All right.
I'm gonna put a timer on.
Cool. I haven't been pregnant in 3.5 years, but I was pregnant or breastfeeding for 5 straight years.
Whoa.
So I still second guess medication as my first thought, and then realize it's fine because I'm not pregnant and breastfeeding.
That's
Alicia, that
very funny.
is a lot. Wow.
Did you also get worried when you couldn't feel the baby move? Wait, when do you consistently feel like kicks?
I think it's supposed to be 28 weeks.
Yeah, because I'm 25 weeks and I will sometimes feel a lot of them or sometimes feel like a kick. Because I think he's still small enough that he could be like hiding in the back
Yeah.
where like I wouldn't really notice.
Yeah. Well, and isn't there like, he doesn't get super active for a little while?
And then apparently he'll get really active from like 28 to 32 weeks or something.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. The hunt for a baby name is going well. We think fettuccine.
Perfect. Oh, baby pasta. Little penny.
Oh my god. Lasagna. We're gonna do raviolo.
Perfect.
Um,
Excellent. That's really funny.
it's good. We think we have one, but we think. I mean,
Keep it
yeah,
on the
yeah.
It's like, yeah. Oh,
But we reserve the right to meet him and decide his face is someone else.
reasonable.
You know?
Or he could come to you in a dream and say, "This is my name." That's what my mom said I did.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Have I
I'm
told you the
Amanda.
story? She says that I came to her in a dream before she knew she was pregnant and told her I was coming. And I was not planned, y'all. And she found out 2 weeks later that she was pregnant. And then, this is my mom's story. And now, who knows?
Everyone's.
But she says that they had another name picked out for me. And then I was born. And then she said I just spoke to her. And she said, oh, her name's Amanda. And Amanda was not on the list.
Wow. Well, it was on the list.
I don't remember. Something weird.
Oh.
Something that was not me. It was like Sophie or like something that was just like a perfectly nice name
Yeah.
or Chelsea or something, but it was just like, I've never felt like that.
I was Melanie before I was born.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Or Brett, because, you know, she didn't know boy or girl.
Mm-hmm.
But Brett would have been my boy name.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
You're very Kimberly.
Thank you.
I can't picture you.
Also,
anything
now
else.
I know more girls named Brett than boys.
I've never met a girl Brett.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Brette.
Huh. Cute. I like it.
I went to high school with a Brett and then college with a Brett.
My son stopped moving about a week before induction, so they woke him up with this buzzer thing against my belly.
Whoa!
Ooh.
My girls slept during the day, so I was always worrying. My boy was good and moved all the time. Feeling them is different than everybody. For me, Kicks or Pinks is around 24.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Oh, you have pro tips for kick counting? Is it like
Oh.
drink juice? That's what everyone says.
What? Really?
Drink a juice and sit still, and then they'll get like a little sugar rush and you can go.
Oh, funny. Well, that's, I guess, why Elizabeth was asking for chocolate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, wow.
He really kicked a lot after I drank the glucose drink.
Oh, well, yeah, that tracks.
It was pure sugar. It was also delicious.
Nice.
Apparently that's not what everyone thinks.
Oh, really?
About a week before. Yeah.
Hmm.
They say to like really in the last like few weeks make sure.
Yeah.
I have not had any crazy cravings. I mean, Jay might say it differently. Now I think I'm fine, but like initially I really like. I think it was
olives.
Olives.
You were into olives.
Very into
Are you
olives.
still
That
into
was-
olives?
No, kind of over it. Yeah, that was a weird little phase in my life.
That was when I remember.
But like
that you were
specifically like a
need-
pit, a green olive with a pit.
Yeah.
I was eating all the time.
Yeah.
And then at the beginning, I was just so sick that I had Gatorade 2 times a day.
I mean, yeah.
And then like root beer.
Root beer.
Yeah.
Interesting. I have crazy cravings, but I'm not pregnant.
Yeah? What are they?
Oh, lately, let's see. So I've been craving mac and cheese, but specifically the mac and cheese from Max Brenner, which had like breadcrumbs on top and chili bacon inside. We did cocoa chili bacon. So like we would like have it be a little spicy, a little sweet. And then little diced tomatoes. And
All
that
right.
is specifically what I've been craving. So that's one.
Huh.
And I've been craving ramen, but ramen in a way that I can't accomplish. I don't know, like I'm craving it as it tasted in the mountains when I was a child. Like there's a very specific nostalgic craving there.
Okay. And like you can't.
I can't recreate it. I've had ramen and I'm like, this isn't as good. I don't know why. Something about mountain water tastes different. So I feel like when you're on the
Mountain water.
I was very, very Colorado with me. Yeah, I've been craving that. I've been craving sour cream and onion dip, which is something that I could just get, and I just haven't.
Mm-hmm.
So I should just do that.
Yeah.
That's an easy one. Yeah, man. I think specifically grief brain, my appetite's been really weird. And
Sure.
I keep forgetting to eat, which has never been my thing. Like I think about food always. While I'm eating, I think about what my next meal is.
Jay's like that. I'm not like that at all.
Jay, we had the same. Yeah, no, I love food. And
Jay would be like, what do you want for dinner? I'm like, oh. And he's like, is this the first you've thought
First
about
time
dinner?
to you?
And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I've thought about dinner since breakfast.
Yes.
And I was like, huh.
I think about
I haven't thought about dinner until you
the
said
night
what's for dinner.
before.
No.
I think about breakfast. Like the first thing that I wake up is I think about breakfast and how soon I'm going to be able to eat breakfast.
Oh. See, I never
While
ate
eating
breakfast till I was pregnant. Really?
Yeah, no, not the way. I got dizzy the other day. Adam slept in yesterday. This was yesterday. Adam the night
That's
before.
the other day.
he
It's
said
not
that-
today.
Yeah, sure. The night before he was like, "Listen, I am so trashed. I'm so exhausted. Everything's been so draining. I need to just sleep. And so like, if I'm not up by 10, wake me up. But otherwise, let me sleep." And I was like, "Okay." So then he sleeps. And I get up at like 8, like I normally do, and I start baking because I wanted to make those D&D cookies. And I get to about 10 o'clock, and Adam hasn't gotten up, so I go and I wake him up. Oh, hey. Oh, those are going to be good. Yes. So I go wake him up, and he gets up, and he's just like slow moving because he was tired and stuff. But like by the time we got breakfast up and running, I just hadn't eaten anything. I was stupid. I should have eaten something, but I was sitting there like swaying, and he was like, what's happening? And I was like holding dishes and kind of like this. And he was like, do I need to,
Oh no.
what's happening? And I was like going to pass out because I needed food.
And you just hadn't done it.
Just hadn't eaten food that morning.
Huh.
Man. Yeah. My body is crazy. Sugar. So juice or ice cream. There you go. Stand up, then sit down, relax for a while, turn from one side to the other. Small flutters count as kicks. But my anxiety always has to be full kicks to make me feel okay about it. Oh, I get that. Also, Dopplers at home are a thing now. Don't do it. Don't do a Doppler at home. Don't do it.
So, in this like 6 a.m. trying to get him to move the other day when I was putting my flashlight against my stomach, because that's apparently a thing that'll wake him up.
Oh my God.
I was like, okay, I think I could handle the heart monitor now because like I would just do that because my doctor finds it so easily.
Well.
And then Jay from the start has been like, no.
I mean.
Because you'll just sit there with it.
You'll just sit there with it. Jess worked as a doctor while she was pregnant, and
Yes.
she would like sneak away to the ultrasound machine obsessively. Like it's not, if you have access to it, you will make yourself crazy.
My sister's friends who actually had their baby yesterday She's
Yay.
very cute.
Yay. Congratulations.
Oh wait, no, on Friday. They're both doctors. And so one of their friends was getting rid of their ultrasound machine from their office and said, do you guys want this while you're pregnant? And so they had one in their house.
Wow.
So my sister went over to like help them do the nursery and they're like, you want to see her? And my sister was like, yeah, but what? And I'm like, yeah, I think I would just like watch TV with the ultrasound on my belly. Like,
just to be able to see it.
Yeah, so I'm not allowed to get a Doppler.
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, well, I could get a stethoscope and like that. And then I looked up, it's apparently very hard to get a fetal heartbeat on a stethoscope.
Then no thank you.
Like, even for doctors.
Yeah. No. Gosh.
So
Yeah.
no.
I will just say this once. I admire your strength and I admire like your grace. I feel like I would not be handling it as well as you are handling it.
Me?
Yeah.
No. I feel like we
Same
could
time.
maybe take them
Yeah, take them off.
off.
All right, do you want to do the little stick? Yeah. Sticky stick.
You can even just put...
Little schmutz.
Just a little schmutz.
Yeah, they're little sticks. They look so good.
I know.
And they're definitely holding shape. I
Yeah.
was worried for nothing.
Because it was like the correct... It was good ratios.
Yeah.
But we were definitely right to
Let it
rest it for at least a little bit.
So yes, if you do try this gluten-free like we are, give it some time.
Rest that dough.
Rest it. And that's still a little hot. Yeah. It's hot. There we go. Just don't touch this
Okay.
side.
Do you want...
No, it's okay.
Glove?
This side is fine.
Okay.
It's like this side weirdly is really hot.
Oh, because it's probably still next to the oven.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Ooh.
Okay. Chill out, little guys. People say things like that about the owlet baby monitor too. Yeah, see, I'm worried about the owlet or the nanit because I think it's like too much information.
Yeah.
I'll just like stare at the baby's oxygen count all day long.
Yeah.
But
Ugh.
I get it.
Yeah. It's hard, man, because we have so much science available to us now, and you think about, like, people have been having babies and doing it successfully for a very long time. I mean, higher infant mortality rates in the olden days, sure, but, like, generally speaking, we have not needed the level of tech that we have currently, but it is so tempting to just...
Because it exists, so you're like, I should.
Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. I'm thinking
I'm
about
just
what
tempted to
pairs.
just do
I feel
it.
like we could just do it. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's try it with a couple of them. I'm wondering why mine got like a little
I
more
know.
spread out or something. Do you think it was the location in the oven,
I
or
think
was it
so.
I'm also wondering if maybe I warmed it up a little with my hands.
That could be.
They're just not as pretty. Yours are very pretty. That's okay.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Could be.
Oh my gosh, my friend is gonna do one of the on the spot nights.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna probably sing with her, and she wants to do Agony as a duet from Into the Woods, which I am all about. It's gonna be a blast. Yes. Perfect.
Little baby
Do you want to use yours? They're so much nicer. Sure. All right, here we'll switch.
We'll go like this.
We'll switch.
And here, should we get Charlotte for the...
Yeah, let's bring her. Pro streamers.
We're such pros. Things that she is directly in front of my face. Okay, there we go.
Oh.
Now I'm just like...
Yeah, that's holding
Which
shape a
ones
little bit.
match? How much are you using?
I don't know. I feel like we can kind of feel it out. Because you want it to stick together, obviously, but also look nice. It's kind of the... Also, there's not that much there.
I know. Let's see. Which one do I like? That's very satisfying.
So satisfying.
Okay.
Haha. We just took off the little end there. Don't mind me. Alright. Yours will be the ones that go in the pictures. Yes, hi, I'll take 12 cookies, extra whipped cream.
I can return offer in BLTs.
Yay, fun. Yay, fun.
Jaybird, do these look good?
Did we do it?
It's so interesting because they're not really supposed to be that crisp, right?
No. They're supposed to be
They're
very
meant to
soft.
be like a whoopie pie situation.
I can't say that I've
Yes.
ever had a whoopie pie.
There's what. Yes. To answer your question.
Thank you, Jay.
James, when I was like, what are you guys gonna make tomorrow? I was like, oh, an oatmeal cream pie, I think. He goes, are you serious?
I don't know if I appreciate that impersonation of me.
For real? All right.
Think, think. Nice.
Oh, these are pretty.
Yeah, yours look real nice.
Yours do too.
They're just a little wonky shaped, but
Yeah, we should have just done them. It was such a short bake. We should have just done them one pan at a time.
yeah, 100%. That's okay.
But you know, we're impatient.
That's okay. It's okay.
Oh, we're both on our last one.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nailed it. And then maybe this one can be a little tester. We'll do halvesies.
I didn't even think to count to make sure we were doing an
I
even
didn't
number.
Ready? And yep.
It's not quite the right size, but okay.
That's fine. Shall we?
Would you like to come in?
I like to come in the immediate one. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna eat a whole one.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not gonna-
absolutely should.
Mm.
I mean, it's very tasty. I don't think it's too sweet. The milk's
No, it's not too sweet.
Mmm. You happy, Jay?
Yeah, these are good.
Okay. Oh, they're yummy. Does it taste like heaven?
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite thing for you to say when I make something.
I was about to say that.
And we got a follow. Mod Pro. Thank you for
Hello!
joining on Butter Sugar.
Ah.
They're still like a little warm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're very warming.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's a very comforting bake.
yeah.
That's nice.
Wow.
And
You guys like Kitchenette best friends.
Thank goodness. 'Cause otherwise,
We wouldn't
bummer.
be. Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm happy.
Tell us all about it. Can you tell they're gluten free?
No, actually.
Yes! 2 weeks in a row. We did it.
Oh, these are good.
Yeah.
How do they hold up to one that you would get in a package?
Well, it's interesting. These, it's obviously a fresher cream,
Yeah.
so texturally, it's a little different.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at it because the cream is better.
Yeah. And I feel like the cookies in the package are a little bit more like chewy, or like there's like more like substance to them. That might be the
They've
gluten-free
also been
thing,
like
or maybe
sitting,
just, like,
with the cream inside of them.
Yeah,
Right.
it's yeah, and the cinnamon is a really nice touch.
Yes. Yes.
Haha, we did
We
it.
did it!
Of us.
We did it!
Those are also extraordinarily sweet. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they are sweet.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever eat a whole one.
Yeah. I wonder, the size is about right though, Jay. Like
No,
that size
no,
is
these
right.
are
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. Well,
These
we
are
did
the
it.
beauties.
Good team.
For the beauty
I
shop.
am.
Yes, 100%.
It is dangerous that I know that you know how to make them.
And they were really easy.
They were really easy. Yeah, if anybody wants to bake these, highly recommend. And,
Yeah.
you know,
And I also think
pictures
this
in the
cookie would be
Discord.
delicious on its own.
yeah.
It's like not quite crispy. Like I would maybe bake it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But like barely.
Yeah. Give it a little
Yeah.
little extra browning. Yeah, no, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Very good flavor.
Nom 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 nom.
Yay, cinnamon. Yay, we did it.
We did it!
Ha-ha! Okay, great. Guys, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week for Kimberly's birthday.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
We'll make something. We can make like my birthday cake.
Great. I'm on board.
Which is just a funfetti cake with green icing.
Delicious. Yeah, no arguments. Yeah. Oh, actually, this is fun. Hannah's birthday's tomorrow. Hannah, if you're watching, shush. Go away. Plug your ears. Libby and I are going to make her a cake that looks like a soup. She loves soup, and so we're going to try and do like an illusion cake and make it look like soup. I will post pictures.
Oh my god. Bet the recipe's are already in Discord if you go into general chat and recipes.
Yes, because Metalogger was like, I want to bake with you. What are you making? And I was like, oh, that is a good thought. Yeah, for those, I'll try and remember that for bakes that are easy nice to make with us. So I'll try and throw them in general chat or what have you earlier in the day. But anyway, we love you all. Thanks for coming to hang. And we'll see you next Sunday.
See you then.
Okay. Goodbye.